all the reasons why Gen Z is being fired at alarming rates. Now,
I'd be curious how many of these fired Gen Z are first generation professionals, because there are some class nuances potentially interfering here. If you don't know me, I'm Dr. Anna Kalshman. I research the unwritten rules of work for the working class and neurodivergence. My book is temporarily not available, long story, but the link will be in the bio when it's ready, and check out my playlist. The previous creator does a good job of breaking down what initiative looks like in a way that is not exploitative. Appreciate that, and I want to say that first and foremost. What also could be at play here is that upper middle class and upper class environments have unwritten rules of individualism. You are expected to put the person and an individual above the community. I know it's kind of backwards because it's a workforce, so you would think we're working together. Working class communities, also many communities of color, and women within race and gender groups are more interdependent. When you have limited resources, you share them. Women also, I'd be curious to see a gender breakdown here, are told we're nagging whenever we do things that are like following up on an email so much. If these are first generation women Gen Z, I would not be surprised, because we get told we're aggressive very quickly, or a nag. Middle class and higher environments value autonomy, doing things on your own. They say they value coming up with new ideas, they also just steal them. But having agency, doing things, you grow up with the idea that you will move away and go to college. You will start your own thing. Think of how many like Succession and such shows about rich people. This person's like, I have to make my own legacy and not just inherit my father's. We even saw that recently with like Bill Gates' daughter being like, none of my privilege comes from my dad, because of this individualism obsession. A lot of people from these backgrounds don't have that. It's not that they don't have a work ethic. Work ethic is actually very important in a lot of these communities. It's that it is seen as overstepping. So if I were a manager in this situation, and you may just have lazy people, keep that in mind. I doubt all of them are just Gen Z, because a lot of times there's a lot of workers who don't get things done, and there's one who's like holding it together, right? And that's the employee you don't want to burn out. That's where you need to intervene. I suspected this might be going on with my employee. I would explain this phenomenon to them. I would let them know that they serve the organization, how they serve this community, how they serve their team members, how they support you is by taking initiative and doing things on their own. You even have guidelines on your team on when a follow-up is expected versus not. And the reason I say that is because I have worked in places much earlier in my career before grad school where they had us triple dial people. Triple dial. Did not go well and never got them more customers, okay? But that was the standard. Having some standards is required. Common business etiquette one is every 48 hours, right? But if their parents aren't professionals, and even then, with all the inundation of information we have now, just tell them, write like a team policy paper. I see managers in the comments, I don't want to have to tell people every little thing. Sure, but we're also in the age right now of where people aren't doing onboarding anymore. Unpaid internships replaced entry-level jobs a few decades ago, and now we have AI replacing even those. These kids, now young adults, have not had the same work experience opportunities because of where we are, because of capitalism. Part of leadership is defining community norms, getting people up to speed and training them. My book is back on the market in like a month. It might be a good resource for you.